Hello everyone and welcome inside US Bank Stadium. We have the boys Class 3A Championship with the number 1 seed, the Wayzata Trojans, and the number 3 seed, the Woodbury Royals. For Wayzata, they are looking to repeat history just 5 years ago and win their state title as the number 1 seed like they did in 2017, while Woodbury looks to take down yet another top 3 team in the state and win their first ever state championship as we look to crown a Class 3A champion. Hogan Greenwood alongside Alan Merrick. And Alan, we have 3 really great forwards to highlight today in this match. Let's start with Xander Anderson for Woodbury.
Well, Xander scored 3 goals to give third seed Woodbury a 4-2 victory over second seeded Maple Grove in the semifinals of the Class 3A boys. He's just a massive figure for Woodbury, and he's going to certainly be a person to look at to carry them forward. On review of his goals, Anderson was in position and did extremely well and found time and space for clinical strikes into the goal. Wayzata could not afford to give him that type of space. He's just got a knack for finding the back of the net. Anderson is a Star Tribune All-Metro first team selection, and deservedly so.
And then for Wayzata, the two-headed monster all season, it's been Joe Highfield and Mike Orloff in the middle.
Yeah, the Trojans have got 3 players that are key for them. Charlie Pillar is a junior midfield player. He scored 2 goals in the first half of the last game. And then Mike Orloff got an assist late in the first half for the Trojans. Orloff finished off a penalty kick and then made a great pass to Pillar from his own rebound to produce the next goal. Those goals all came in a 4-minute span, so it shows how dominant they can be in sections of the game.
So, will Wayzata capture their second state title in 5 years, or will we crown a new champion in Woodbury for the very first time? Opening kickoff from US Bank Stadium coming up next on NSPN.
NSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota State High School League, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Soccer Tournament. Coverage is made possible by The Urgency Room, Fast, Flexible Care, ETS Performance, Elite Sports Performance Training for Student Athletes. Visit etsperformance.com/NSPN for more information. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Class Boys 3A State Championship from US Bank Stadium coming up in just a few moments. We will send it down to the field for the starters and the roster for Wayzata and Woodbury.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to US Bank Stadium here in the city of Minneapolis and to the 48th Annual Minnesota State High School Soccer Tournament. We welcome you to Championship Friday. This is the Class 3A Boys State Championship game, and it features the Section 4 champion with a record of 15-1-3, the Royals from Woodbury High School. And the Section 6 champion with a record of 18-1-2, the Trojans from Wayzata High School. The game officials will now lead the teams onto the field for the introductions. The officials for the Class 3A Boys State Championship game. The center referee is Jeremy Euchre. The assistant referees are Kip Jackson and Todd Sowers. The fourth official is Joshua Gerber. For this state championship match, Woodbury in the white uniforms will be the visiting team. Wayzata in the blue jerseys will be the home team. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this state championship game. First, let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting team. They are the Section 4 champions, the Woodbury Royals. Starting with the goalkeeper, junior, number 1, Eddie Puglisi. Defense, senior, number 2, Eric Olesen. Defense, junior, number 6, Zach Sorensen. Midfield, sophomore, number 8, Olin Francois. Attacker, senior, number 9, Xander Anderson. Midfield, freshman, number 10, Tadeo Maganas. Forward, sophomore, number 11, Elijah Fearing. Attacker, senior, number 12, Evan Mountain. Defense, senior, number 17, Isaac Fearing. Defense, senior, number 21, Davis Hallett. And midfield, senior, number 24, Jesus Magana. The head coach of the Woodbury Royals is John Engen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Section 4 champions, the Woodbury Royals. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team. They are the Section 6 champions, the Wayzata Trojans. Starting with the goalkeeper, junior, number 1, Ethan Kinsel. Midfield, senior, number 3, Cam Williams. Defense, senior, number 5, Joe Barica. Defense, senior, number 7, Daniel Leadov. Defense, junior, number 9, Jackson Widman. Forward, senior, number 10, Joe Highfield. Midfield, senior, number 13, Cole Frazier. Midfield, junior, number 16, Charlie Pillar. Forward, senior, number 17, Mike Orlov. Midfield, junior, number 18, Miles Redmond. And defense, junior, number 23, Evan Mahan. The head coach of the Wayzata Trojans is Dominic Duenas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Section 6 champions, the Wayzata Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem was presented prior to the start of our first game of the day at 8 o'clock. So at this time, we'll have the visiting team, the Woodbury Royals, greet the game officials and their opponents, the Wayzata Trojans.
All right, everyone. Just moments away from opening kickoff. Hogan Greenwood alongside Alan Merrick. Starters were announced. We'll highlight the goalkeepers first. For Woodbury, the junior, number 1, Eddie Puglisi, 15 games played this season, 11-1-3. He's allowed 10 goals on the year. And for Wyzetta, the junior goalkeeper, number 1, Ethan Kinzel, 11-1-2 record in 14 games, 11 goals allowed. And for Woodbury, in the state quarterfinal, they beat Rosemount 1-0. In the semifinal, they took down the number 2 seed, Maple Grove, in a 4-2 final score. Xander Anderson was a force in that match, a hat trick for the Royals and for Woodbury. And now for Wyzetta, state quarterfinal, they took down St. Michael Albertville 3-0. And in the semifinal, they beat Andover, the number 5 seed, 4-1. Couple penalty shots for Wyzetta lifted them to victory into this state championship match. Alan?
Well, my insight of the game is two very equal teams. Obviously, we've got high-quality programs coming together here. I'm looking at phases of the game. The first 15 minutes, how quickly the team calms down after all the hype of being here at the fabulous stadium downtown. Is the team getting the ball under control and keeping it on the ground? It behooves them to do that on AstroTurf. The ball flies away otherwise, and you get dispossessed. I can imagine the coach's mind going, is the original game plan working, and what changes are or need to be made? Have the tactics worked so far? And that's all in the first 15 minutes. Then the second 15 minutes, I'll give you some insight as we get to that stage in the game as to what should be looking for. But exciting game, some great goal scorers here, some players with great careers ahead of them. They're looking to culminate their high school careers with a victory. So let's watch a great game.
Yeah, it should be fun. Woodbury in the white and Wyzetta in the blue. Wyzetta very dangerous up front with Highfield and Orlov. Usually like to start the game a little slow, feel out their opponent, but can be very aggressive on the attack if presented. And for Woodbury, in the semifinal, they scored first. Xander Anderson in the first 6 minutes. So Woodbury likes to be very aggressive out of the gates. Wyzetta the opposite. We'll see how it plays out today.
Well, it looks like Wyzetta are putting more like a 4-3-1-2 system in place with Orloff and Highfield up top. And then it'll be interesting to see whether they can get the service from the midfield players.
Here's a ball into the 18. Defended nicely by the Royals. Cam Williams taking off the ball. Good play by Tadeo Magana. And Woodbury trying to play it up on the near side. Knocked out a play by Joe Barica, the senior center back for this Wyzetta Trojans team. 3-year starter at center back. His soccer and IQ and ability to communicate is some of the best Wyzetta has ever had, according to head coach Dominic Duenas.
Well, this will be interesting to see just how far this kid can throw the ball in. That's a long way, so that's going to be a threat for the defense on an ongoing basis. Wyzetta's got to be very careful of that flick on and the second and third balls going in.
This is the first state appearance for Woodbury since 2009. They were runners-up in 2005. And for Wyzetta, first state appearance since 2018. I mentioned they ended up winning the state championship in 2017. They were the 1 seed as well. Joe Barica taken off the ball there by Evan Mountain, and he tried to play in the middle.
It'll be nice to see one of the two teams here trying to get several passes put together so that they can get some rhythm of play. We don't want it to be disjointed continually, so having that ball under control and keeping the opponent in second-guessing themselves. Here's a nice sequence.
They tried to get in the middle for Xander Anderson. Miles Redmond And Charlie Pillar in the middle there for the Trojans. It'll come in on Puglisi, who will collect.
It will be nice if Wayzata can get the ball to the feet of their two forwards here. Having Highfield and Orlov up top, balls into feet will always work nicely. Here we go, a little switch of play. That's the sort of sequence of passing that we're looking for.
They try to play it in on the far side for Francois. Jackson Widman and Evan Mahan over there defensively for Wayzata. Looks like it's going to be another long throw, Alan.
Yep, it's a sequence that will be repeated throughout. And let's look for the flick on and see if they can make something happen on that near post. But Sorensen has got a great weapon there. There was the flick, and it came off a defender, I thought, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Good crowd on hand, by the way. Second championship match of the day. We saw Rosemount in the girls' Class 3A championship defeat Edina, and that was a great crowd on hand for the 8 a.m. match. Now the 10 a.m. match, even more fans coming in. Wayzata and Woodbury student sections showing out.
And this crowd is much more awake than the 8 o'clock group that came in.
Very much so.
It took them a long time to get warmed up.
Here's Cam Williams bringing it down for the Trojans. A little heavy touch there will go out of play. And we're going to get a stoppage here to Deo Magana. Going to have to come out of this match. Maybe something with blood or some sort of injury, possibly, but Woodbury forced to make an early substitution. Number 15, Luca Jones, checked into the match. Just a sophomore as the ball is played up for Jones on the far side. Barica defending for Wayzata. Ball played into the 18. Evan Mountain lost it. Still available. Miles Redmond with the hard tackle. Jackson Widman will clear. Foul called as Highfield gets tripped up. Good possession there for Woodbury, though, Alan.
Yes, it was one of those passes that goes to feet, and so it gives Highfield a chance to make a turn, and his ankles were clipped, and here's the resulting free kick. So this is going to now be a penetrating ball into the top of the box and see if there's another flick on.
Trying to find the head of Highfield. Charlie Pillar into space now for Williams. Williams cross, knocked out of play by Sorensen. First corner kick of the match for the Trojans.
Let's see what they've got set up. This is now the practice field that comes into focus, and see what the last 2 or 3 days was. See what they organized to get themselves goals from corner kicks.
Charlie Pillar will take this kick. Looking for the head of Highfield. Orlov, and off the crossbar and over the top. First best look of the day goes to Wayzata.
Yeah, 2 headers there that the one from Highfield came across, and Orlov just couldn't get on the top of it and head it down. Scraped the top of the crossbar.
Joe Highfield, 18 goals, 6 assists on the season. He's a Portland University commit. And Mike Orlov, 22 goals and 10 assists. The dynamic duo for Wayzata up front. Good takeaway by Evan Mahan. He'll look to play it into space. Too heavy there for Highfield.
That's the area that I was looking at to try and get the ball into feet and not leading the player too much. Highfield could have would have loved that on his on his stride rather than 20 yards ahead of himself.
Woodbury, by the way, coming into this match, riding a 12-game win streak. And it's led by Sander Anderson, knocked out of play, coming back from his midfield position, Cole Frazier, in the first corner kick for the Royals.
Let's see what Woodbury pick up on here as far as taking advantage of a corner kick. It's coming in from the left-hand side. It's an in-swing in corner.
It'll be Elijah Fearing to take it. Looking at the back post, headed down and off the side of the net. But Woodbury coming right back with a good chance of their own.
Yeah, hopefully Wayzata can start to open up their bodies and look for players who are in the back post there, because two players were wide open for that corner kick that found them.
Takeo Magana coming back into the match as Luka Jones heads off. Ball played up for Anderson. Lydov back defensively. He'll get a little help from Barika, who plays it up near midfield. Anderson, top of the 18, shot was blocked.
Good clearing header there. Got lots of distance, and they were able to squash that threat.
Davis Hallett doing a nice job shielding off Orlov. He's very dangerous in space as a hard foul comes from Charlie Pillar. Pretty good pace to this one. Just about 10 minutes gone by in this first half. No score between Wayzata and Woodbury, the number 1 and number 3 seed, meeting in this championship match.
Yeah, this really is a close encounter at the moment. Nobody's taking command of the situation, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the midfield squads where one of the players gets... that was a great save by the goalkeeper in the end there. Little flicked header.
That was Evan Mountain with the header back, and Kinsel had to punch it over the top.
He did well. Another in-swinging corner. Let's see the configuration that Wayzata are having. There are still players looking at the ball rather than looking at players who are around them.
Elijah Fearing once again.
The back post is again available for them.
This one out of play, not for a corner, just a throw.
Yep.
And we'll see a long throw again, third time so far.
What a surprise. With a weapon like that, you use it at all times. And so I'd probably put one more player on the near post to really blanket that area. And then we're looking at players on the back post looking for the flick. Yep, that's like a corner kick.
Looks like there was a little bit of a foul, but Evan Mountain once again in the middle.
Yeah, he just pushed off on the defender's back and bought himself a little extra space there to get a header.
I beg your pardon, that was Davis Hallett with the header, but committed the foul. Free kick for Ethan Kinsel. This one will go out of play for a throw. And I mentioned Woodbury looking for another top 3 victory. They avenged their only loss of the season in the section final over Stillwater, and they took down Maple Grove in the semifinal. And if they can find a way to get a win today, it'll be over the top-seeded Trojans. Orlov looking to send a ball in, nicely defended by Hallett, and out of trouble by the Royals.
We're seeing the coaches make a little bit of an adjustment here, and a few tweaks into midfield, looking to see if they can get a player that can dominate for a little while.
Campbell Salter checked into the match.
Yep.
And that one landing on top of the net for a Woodbury goal kick. Campbell Salter, by the way, defensive midfielder, 4 goals and 3 assists on the season, has the ability to finish. He checked in for Cam Williams.
It would be nice for them again, as I mentioned earlier. Let's get this ball on the ground and find people's feet so that they can turn and take on players rather than just looking for bouncing balls that are difficult to get put on the floor. Start it with a pass that's to feet.
They try to play it back in the middle for Tadeo Magana. That got read well by the Trojans, and they'll clear it out.
Yeah, that was a promising little move where they had two passes, and then Magana made a run and looked to get in behind the defenders.
This is more of Wyzetta's style. As I mentioned, they like to feel out their opponent and, kind of assess the pitch, see where they can attack. Both teams so far having one good opportunity coming off of corner kicks. Here's a long throw from Sorensen once again. Headed back to the back post. It's available and they finish. Olin Francois strikes first and Woodbury has an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Sorensen's throw was perfectly executed, a little flick on. It bounces once, and then there's a foot on it to put it into the roof of the net. That's a goal from the practice field, where using that Sorensen throw is just an incredible weapon.
Olin Francois, just his second goal of the year, sophomore midfielder for the Royals, and it's a big one as the Woodbury Royals go up 1-0 on the top-seeded Trojans.
Well, Woodbury have just relied on having this. Their creativity is the throw-in that we've got from Sorensen, who gets it into the middle of the goal and looks for players to attack it and make good on it. And that's exactly what we've seen in the first 20 minutes here.
We'll see how Wyzetta will respond. It's Highfield on the attack. He'll slow things down. Frazier for Pillar, trying to chip it in. It's behind Highfield and too heavy of a touch, out for a goal kick. This is generally unfamiliar territory for Wyzetta. They usually don't trail in matches, so we'll see how they can respond. Down 1-0 early.
It will be a character-building moment for them, and you'll start to see perhaps a few changes coming. The coaches will be wondering who they can change and bring in to win the little battles that are going on in midfield. Nobody's got grip of the midfield yet, so the first team to do that will find some success. There's 2 or 3 passes that we're seeing here from the Trojans, but then it's given away.
Yeah, they tried to switch it up for Miles Redman. Read well by Elijah Fearing. It's knocked out of play for a Woodbury throw. "15 minutes gone by in this first half. Woodbury striking first. Olin Francois is second of the year. Sorensen with another long throw coming.
And another flick, he got to it, but the Trojans were able to smother that.
Highfield able to clear it out of trouble, and all the way back for the keeper, Puglisi. Miles Redman tripped up. Foul called on the Royals. Free kick here for the Trojans, just across midfield. Good ball in by Widman. Looking for Orlov. That got played back out. Parika sends it right back in, top of the 6, and Puglisi will collect. Sandra Anderson tackled there, foul on the Trojans. Free kick, Royals. And now we'll have one of the other Fearing brothers, Isaac Fearing, come out of the match. Looks like he's got blood on his knee, so we'll have Wayzata substitutions come in, and a substitution for Woodbury as well. Cam Williams back into the match, and into the match for the first time. It'll be Colin Leach and Ben Eisinger for the Trojans. And in for the Royals, it's number 4, Noah Ruby.
Yeah, this is the big first change for Wayzata, where they're looking to now open it up with 3 substitutions that perhaps gives them a little bit more advantage. It looks like Williams has come back into midfield, and see what he can do.
Yeah, Williams in for, looks to be Campbell Salter. And Ben Eisinger, one of the forwards that has come on late in the season for Wayzata in, and then Colin Leach filling in as a wide back position. Tadeo Magana trying to play it over the top, and that one will curl wide, looking for Anderson.
Yeah, he might have been better off dribbling towards the back 4 of Wayzata and bring one of them out in terms of having to close him down. He decided to play a through ball, and didn't quite work out for him. It's a good change of play, and there's an overlap coming on here now, and looking for a cross. Still looking for a cross.
Plays it wide outside the 18. Olsen was looking for a cross, defended well by Mahan. Woodbury with a little dummy back up top.
Oh.
Looking for a one-timer, defended well, and Wayzata's dangerous here on the counter.
This is where he's going to get a yellow card. He could just clipped him. He was.
I think you could tell it was building up. I mean, Woodbury, a couple of tackles there.
Highfield was away. He was going to go over the halfway line and start to put some pressure on Woodbury. So that's a very professional foul in actual fact.
Well, Tadeo Magana will receive a yellow card. He's going to check out of the match. Luca Jones back in for him. And coming back on is Isaac Fearing. Got that blood tended to and inserted back into the match. Good ball in. Looking for the top of the 6, Highfield.
Yeah, he couldn't see that coming over the defender's back. It was he just dropped right over the defender's back, and he couldn't see it fast enough. It hit him on the thigh and goes out for a goal kick.
Ball played up here in the attacking third. Wayzata doing a nice job steering it outside, but a pass out of play. It looks like it actually was deflected off of Woodbury, so it'll be a Trojans throw.
A restart for Woodbury. Again, it's going to be. I think it will be a ball right into the middle of the penalty box again. There she goes.
Good ball in. Look at the top of the 6.
Yep.
It's headed out for a corner kick. Third corner of the match here for the Royals.
Again, it looks like they go to the back post here, so it'll be interesting to see the defending from Williams and Mahan, but there's still a big player at the back there.
Elijah Fearing's kick
Yeah,
curling wide off the side of the net.
Goes to the near post.
Well, as we have a little break in the action, good time to tell you about ETS. ETS Performance is an elite sports performance training facility that provides cutting-edge strength, speed, movement mastery, and injury prevention training for athletes of all sports, ages 8 and up. ETS is a unique training methods and systems. Helps athletes enhance performance, build character, and improve lifestyles for both athletics and life. For more information,
what a great save. Highfield hit one there on the half volley, and Puglisi did everything that he needed to. Smothered it and got it in his arms.
just past the midway point of this first half. We saw Woodbury strike first, Olin Francois his second of the year. Wayzata looking for something to build on offensively. They just had an opportunity from Highfield. Orlov, little give and go. An opportunity there for the Trojans, and Puglisi off his line aggressively.
Yeah, it was a good touch or good pass to the left side, and just an overplayed ball.
Another foul here on the Royals. We'll give a free kick to the Trojans. They play it short for Widman. Makes a good move, but Woodbury defended it. It's kept in play. And Wayzata will look to play it deep.
Yeah, Wayzata's last attempt at goal was it was just a tough, too hard a pass to himself from Campbell Salter. But he found himself in a great position from a pass from Pillar.
Williams is going to own another corner kick here. And we'll see Frazier come back into the match, along with Miles Redmond. Looking for the near post. Royals defended it nicely. Widman looking for Orlov. Wayzata with a nice possession here in the attacking third. Highfield goes off for Mahan, trying to chip it over. Wayzata with a nice build up here, trying to play it in the middle. And they will look to reset here. Mahan still up out of his defensive position. Shot was blocked. And now Davis Hallett out of trouble there for Woodbury.
There was some sustained pressure put on there by Wayzata, and Woodbury did well to keep their composure and clear their lines.
Sander Anderson in the middle. They're going to say it's a good tackle by Cole Frazier. Wayzata looking to counter. They have Orlov. Orlov looking to create. Shot, and he scores! Mike Orlov gets the equalizer, and we are level at 1.
He did really well there because it looked like he's lost the ball. He stretched out a little bit more, did a cut across the defender. It went to the other side, and he was able to hit it with his left foot. and found the near post, and scored a great goal. Lots of determination there. He kept on going and maintained his standing and balance.
And Alan, it all started back in the Wayzata defensive half. It was a good tackle by Cole Frazier on Anderson that led to the Wayzata chance.
Yeah, the little guy did really well against Anderson, shoulder to shoulder, and he came out with the ball, made a good pass forward, and they capitalized on it.
Mike Orlov with his 23rd of the year.
This guy,
Wayzata back tied.
Olaf is a prolific goal scorer. He's very impressive.
Trojans get the equalizer under 15 minutes to go now in this first half. Now we'll see how Woodbury will respond to allowing that goal. No chance really for Puglisi. That was just a goal scorer's goal from Orlov. Mahan back to midfield for the Trojans. Here's a ball in over the top. Good service there from Elijah Fearing on the right side, but it'll be a goal kick for Ethan Kinzel.
Yeah, Kinzel was panicking a little bit there on that ball. It was looking to dip into the far post, and he had to be very careful. But he managed to take a couple of back steps and ensure that it was going over for a goal kick.
Charlie Pillar will come back on for Frazier.
Well, it looks like Wayzata have made a little bit of a change. They put Highfield back into midfield, and hopefully he can be the trigger to get some balls down in the channels and open up Woodbury just a little bit more. But the threat they've got to watch now is still with Sorensen making this long throw, and they've come close a couple of times. Here we go. Here we go.
It was headed to the back post. Wayzata helping out their goalkeeper, able to play it out of trouble.
I think there were several Wayzata defenders there taking a deep breath, making sure that they could control the ball as to how the bounce was from the flicked header.
How to play for Trojans throw. Both teams coming into this match, only one loss. You mentioned Woodbury avenging their only loss against Stillwater in the section final. The Trojans' only loss came in their final road game of the year at Eden Prairie, where they saw the Eagles score in the final minute of regulation to take down the Trojans. Here's a switch for Wayzata. They play it over for Campbell Salter, who just checked back into the match. Eisinger, a little nice ball in. Campbell Salter shakes free. Shot on the ground, got redirected, and Puglisi had to adjust for the save.
Yeah, Puglisi did really well there because he was going in one direction and they had to switch all of his weight to go onto his right side to smother that ball.
Miles Redmond taken off the ball there by Olsen. Played out of the Wayzata half of the field by Colin Leach. Davis Hallett trying to find Evan Mountain. Defended nicely in the middle by Barica. Trojans back into the attacking third. It's Orlov on the far side, drawing a lot of attention. And Woodbury wins it back. Widman trying to play it over the top for Eisinger. Royals give it away. Highfield in the middle. Good play on the ball by Jesus Magana. Charlie Pillar will reset in the middle. Gets past Francois. Takes a shot from the outside, and that one not on frame, but a good chance there for the Trojans.
Yeah, he made several good block tackles there to maintain possession of the ball, and then he came free, but unfortunately on his left foot, which he put over the top. Must keep those balls on target.
Saw Orlov come back into the match for Eisinger. Orlov now on the ball, trying to play it in behind, and the flag is up.
It looks to me as if Fraser has started to calm everybody down in midfield. He's playing just in front of the back four for Wayzata, and he's directing traffic, pulling players into good positions, and also conducting himself extremely well with his delivery of passes and keeping possession. He might be a key player that's changed the effect of the game. Just for a change, we'll get a big long throw from Sorensen.
Eight minutes and change remaining. All tied up at 1. Throw came into the box, and Campbell Salter able to steer it out of trouble. Throw comes into Evan Mountain. Watched here by Mahan. Gets free. Tadeo Magana with the opportunity. It's going to be a deflection and a corner kick for the Royals.
If Magana could just hold that strike just a little bit, he was a little quick on it and he snapped it, and it went over the top of the bar rather than delivering it low.
Fourth corner kick of this first half. All handled here by Elijah Fearing, and once again on the near corner to take it. Looking for the back post again. Headed out. I believe that was Elijah's brother, Isaac, with the header over the top. And two sets of brothers on this Royals team, Tadeo and Jesus Magana, and Elijah and Isaac Fearing. Sorensen trying to get a couple extra feet on that throw there.
He gets another throw, this time on the 20-yard line.
And this is where he's dangerous. We've seen plenty of throws come into the top of the 6.
Yeah, he can get it onto the far post here now. His trajectory is just like taking a corner.
This one's grabbed out of the air by Kinzel.
Yeah.
No harm there.
All I saw was two orange gloves coming together above everybody's head.
Yeah, he really didn't jump. He just kind of stuck his arms out.
Yeah, he handled it well.
Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. It's been a good first 35 minutes. Woodbury striking first. Olin Francois followed up by Mike Orlov, and that is the score 1-1 as it's played out by the Trojans.
And just for a change, Sorensen's taking a trip over to get the ball and playing it from right on the edge of the penalty box.
Yeah, he's had more throws on our side of the field rather than this side of the field. He'll get another opportunity this time.
There it
Headed
is.
in and they score! It's Francois again! Woodbury 2-1. They reclaim the lead.
Just for a change, it was a Sorensen throw. It got flicked on, and then another header heads it straight back into the goal. Just wonderful head tennis. Sorensen's used his hands and taken more throw-ins than he's had with his feet. But he's been very effective, and it makes Woodbury's lead a great thing at this time of the game.
It was headed back to the far post, and Xander Anderson with the assist headed it right back in the middle for Francois, who gets his second of the game, and the Royals back in front.
Scoring for Woodbury, his second goal of the game, number 8.
Olin Francois with his third of the year. Woodbury looking for more. We saw Wayzata respond once. We'll see if they have a response here in the final 4 minutes of this first half, or they have time to make adjustments at the break. Ball played wide for Sorensen. Colin Leach with the takeaway. Up across midfield for Eisinger. He'll go wide with it. It's picked up by Orlov. Orlov drawing a lot of attention, and Isaac Fearing defending there. Cam Williams making a run to the end line. Trying to cross it. Thought it might have been a handball. Just going to be deflected out for a corner kick. Was that his third of this first half? Maybe an opportunity to get back to level.
Well, Wayzata would like to have the next 3 minutes in possession and in and around Woodbury's goal mouth. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can take advantage of the situation.
Pillar's kick comes in, and Puglisi.
Yeah, Puglisi just calms everything down with that catch on the penalty spot. Takes his time.
Xander Anderson with a nice first touch. Drawing a lot of attention, though. Colin Leach will clear it. Xander Anderson flicks it up for Evan Mountain, watched here by Barica. Mountain with a service. That got headed out by Mahan. Tadeo Magana. Anderson into space. Sorensen. This one's going to go wide.
Yeah, there was good interpassing there by Tadeo Magana did well, and then unfortunately Sorensen couldn't get his foot around it to get it across the goal.
Well, Alan, what have you liked from both teams? I mean, Woodbury and Sorensen making some long throws. They've had 2 goals on the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's really been the feature for Woodbury. That's made the difference. But it's a very close competition at the moment. I mean, this is where both teams have given everything they've got. We've seen some of the subs that have come in, and the quality of play has not dropped at all. So it's encouraging. But this is still going to be a close game.
What do you want to see from Wayzata on the counter here in the final minute and going forward?
I just think that they've got to get more passes, 2 or 3 solid passes with each other so that they can then combine with the two target players that they have up top. Perhaps seeing Pillar and Frazier combining. And obviously the defense tightening up as much as they can.
Tadeo Magana up for Evan Mountain. Takeaway here by Frazier, trying to play it up in the final 30 seconds. Williams now into space. Puglisi off his line to play it out. Wayzata gonna try to go quickly. Williams trying to find Orlov. Davis Hallett defending. Final seconds ticking down. One more ball sent in. At the top of the sixth, it's Puglisi who collects, and that is it for the first 40 minutes of play. Woodbury with 2 goals from Olin Francois. They have the lead over the top-seeded Trojans. We will take a quick break and be back for the halftime report from US Bank Stadium. You're watching the boys Class 3A Soccer State Championship on NSPN.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Inside U.S. Bank Stadium, coming out of the halftime break, Hogan Greenwood alongside Alan Merrick. It's been a good championship match here in Class 3A. Woodbury, the 3 seed, find themselves up a goal, 2-1, over the top-seeded Trojans. Olin Francois with 2 goals, Alan.
Yeah, those were impressive from throw-ins. They all started from those. So John Engel must be really liking what he's seeing.
It's been Zach Sorensen, the difference maker so far, really, on the throws.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's just a weapon that is uncanny. You don't normally see it, and what the distances he's throwing are just amazing. From the sidelines, he can get way past the far post, and so it gives them many opportunities to get the ball in an aerial battle, and they have some big guys there that have used their capital to get it in the back of the net. So excellent work.
And Orlov was the goal scorer for the Trojans. What do you want to see here for Wyzetta in this second half to try to get this one back?
I just think they've got to get a couple more passes to set things up for themselves in midfield, and so it would be Fraser and Pillar getting together, making a couple of passes, perhaps from an overlapping fullback, and then getting it up to Highfield and Orlov so that they can finish it off. It just needs a little bit more composure and perhaps control of the ball to enable them to get better service into the dangerous areas.
Underway here in this second half from U.S. Bank Stadium. Woodbury looking for their first ever state championship here in boys soccer. And Wyzetta looking to capitalize on being the top seed again, as they won just 5 years ago. Wyzetta in the blue. They'll be going from right to left in this second half. Woodbury in the white, going from left to right.
I think it's going to be important for the coaches making some decisions as to when they start to change their shape a little bit and go with 3 at the back, and then looking to see whether they can keep their and maintain their 2 target players to get themselves up and through the middle of the field.
Here's a ball played over on the near side, too far and out of play. Same starting 11 for both teams here in this second half. Puglisi with a couple saves in that first half for Woodbury in net, and still Ethan Kinzel holding down the yard box as it's played in.
Oh.
That was Xander Anderson, the ever so dangerous Woodbury forward, deflecting it wide.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was caught in no man's land there a little bit, and he was fortunate that Anderson had an aggressive touch and knocked it wide of the post.
Xander Anderson, by the way, set the single season scoring record at Woodbury this year, 31 goals on the year coming into this match. And he actually has double duty today. He plays in this championship match for the Royals boys soccer team, and then he'll play for the football team as a kicker against Eden Prairie in the 6A playoffs.
He should probably take Sorensen with him so he could be the quarterback. If he can throw that far with 2 hands, what can he throw with 1 hand? He might be a threat on the football team as well.
Free kick here for the Royals. An opportunity for Woodbury here in a set piece from about 40, 50 yards out. Evan Mountain with the service. Highfield there in the middle. Getting it out of trouble for Wyzetta. It's Isaac Fearing.
Yep. Good decision by the linesman there. He saw that there was a last second touch from Woodbury.
After 40 minutes of play, Woodbury had the advantage in corner kicks, 4-3. Just one save for Ethan Kinzel in the first half for Wayzata. Gave up the 2 goals to Olin Francois, his 2nd and 3rd of the year. Orlov got his 23rd, and that is our score, 2-1. Wayzata chasing. Don't find themselves down too often. There's a ball over the top from Pillar. Elijah Fearing was ready for it. Now it's Highfield in the middle behind Pillar and given away.
Yeah, there was a well-shaped ball there by Pillar. Not hitting it hard, just lobbing it over the top and into a pocket there behind the defense from Woodbury. A few more of those will really test the Woodbury defense. This is where you're looking for leadership coming out of the Wayzata program. Who are the ones who are going to be vocal? Who are the ones who are going to be organizing? It looks like Fraser and Pillar can do that. And Mahan also helps out tremendously when he starts to push forward from his defensive responsibilities.
Here is Frazier.
Yeah, he's calming it down. A good ball out.
Cam Williams now across midfield for Wayzata. Defended by Sorensen. Williams trying to play it in. Top of the 6. Orlov with a shot. An opportunity in the back post.
That was great defending at the end there where a foot's just... A foot stuck out there, just stopped Oleson's foot stopped Wayzata from getting the ball back in the back of the net.
Yeah, I believe that was Miles Redmond looking for the rebound. Throw in for the Trojans. Headed back out of the 18. Frazier's shot was blocked.
Yep.
Picked up by Xander Anderson. Now Tadeo Magana trying to give it back. Out of play for a Wayzata throw. Good move in the middle by Evan Mountain. Mountain tripped up. Woodbury with another free kick from about the same spot they had just moments ago.
Yeah, Mountain was very aggressive there and he kept on going and finally had his feet taken from underneath him.
Evan Mountain, a pretty good player, by the way. He had an assist and a goal in the semifinal match against Maple Grove.
It's the best time to do it.
Jesus Magana chipping one in, and Ethan Kinzel snaring it out of the air for Wayzata. He'll throw it away quickly.
He made it look easy. He was very competent in that action and made a good distribution as well to get things moving for the Trojans.
Woodbury defending well. Jackson Woodman trying to play it back up near midfield. Frazier trying to switch it over for Redmond, taken away by Elijah Fearing. Woodbury has it back.
A little bit more care on the distribution there would have been the moment to do it rather than kicking it out.
Ball deflecting high in the air. Williams first to it for Wayzata. Will go wide for Highfield. Highfield one-on-one with Sorensen. Back in the middle for Frazier. Here's Highfield. Top of the 18. Just didn't get what he wanted on that attempt.
Yeah, he miscued that with his left foot. Ball was bouncing and he took a hopeful swing to no prevail.
Wayzata, you can see they're trying to work from the wide areas to the play inside. Do you like what they're trying to do, Alan?
Yeah, I just think that there might be just that one extra pass to open up an alley or some passing lane that could make it work for them. That extra pass would allow players to move into better positions, perhaps, and capitalize on the opportunity.
Woodbury's done a great job defending all day. Davis Hallett plays it out. Now throw-in comes for Orlov. Highfield, a shot, and I think Puglisi got a fingertip on it.
It looks like they've given a goal kick.
Okay, he didn't get it, but it was just a great opportunity from Highfield with the left foot. That was another example of working outside in.
Correct. Yeah, it's that quality of service now that is going to be important into the final third as to if goals are scored or if defenders are going to get hold of possession.
Just about 10 minutes gone by here in the second half. No score yet in this second half. Olin Francois with both of the goals for the Royals. Highfield has had a few opportunities in this match. Ball over the top. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Trojans. Their fourth of the match. This could be the opportunity as Pillar, one of your players to keep an eye on, will take it.
Yeah, let's look at the service that is delivered in and see the aggressiveness of runs.
Highfield,
oh,
and
my
Puglisi
goodness.
had to make a save. How about Highfield? Just
perfect header, perfect save, great soccer. That just shows the quality that we're seeing here with the first and third seeds.
Highfield again.
Yep.
Francois, the two goals, had to make a save there, helping out his keeper. Ball played right back in. Highfield again trying to seek it out. Punched out. Evan Mahan up from his defensive position takes a shot. It came off the back of Isaac Fearing, and Woodbury will survive that wave.
There's a good ball out from Fraser to open it wide out to
Woodbury's got to be
Williams.
careful here. This is where YZ is dangerous. They're building on this momentum here. Miles Redmond's service deflected, played out. We'll get a couple substitutions here. Campbell Salter will come on for Williams. And Luca Jones in for Woodbury. Looks like Jesus Magana will take a seat.
Substitutions, one for each team. For Woodbury, Luca Jones, number 15, back in. And for Wayzata, Callum Campbell Salter, number 14, back in.
Pillar back in the middle for Frazier, looking to switch. Campbell Salter, who just checked in, has it on the far side.
Here's the service now. What have we got?
Frazier, Highfield, or Orlov rather, taking a shot, and Puglisi will dive on top of that.
Didn't quite get all of that. Hit it back into the ground, and the goalkeeper was able to retrieve it pretty easily.
Daniel Lydov trying to play one over the top. Highfield trying to chip it in for Orlov. Over his head. Wayzata still has it. Miles Redmond trying to play a service in. Headed out by the Royals. And Wayzata, you can just feel it. They're coming at you at waves. This is a chance for Woodbury to counter. And they let that opportunity go out the door, as Wayzata will have a throw and another substitution. Eisinger in for Frazier.
Yeah, Eisinger will go up top, and Highfield will come back into midfield. Fill that gap.
Yeah, Eisinger, solid reserve forward, but you don't necessarily like to see Highfield move back to midfield, especially with the opportunities he's had in this second half.
He really is a big threat, and it just shows the depth that they've got. And, these are the coaching decisions that make a difference at this stage.
Well, he'll move up here as the Trojans will have a free kick from about 40 yards out.
Yeah. From this position, I'd be playing it out to the guy on the far right-hand side here, Widman.
Yeah, Widman will go wide with it for Lydov.
Yep.
Defended well by Tadeo Magana. Barika up from his center back position to play it. Off of Woodbury, but good defending from the Royals.
Wayzata are able to sustain some pressure on Woodbury at the moment, and it'd be interesting to see whether they can break anything open.
Wayzata trying a long throw of their own. Widman with a shot,
Oh.
and Puglisi with another great save. He's been solid in net.
Very solid. I agree entirely. He did well there.
His fourth save, but it gives another corner kick to the Trojans. That was Widman with the header, but over the top and out. Jesus Magana back into the match. He'll check in for his brother Tadeo. Woodbury still defending well, but you can just feel the momentum shifting in favor of the Trojans as they look for the equalizer.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to push. They're going to push Pillar up a little tighter to the two target players, and perhaps let Highfield do all of the creative work and get it up to that threesome that will be the pivotal forward activities.
Nice control there from Olsen. He turns it over. Widman trying to play one over the top for Eisinger. Puglisi up at the top of the 18 to stop any chance there for Wayzata. Trojans get it up for Barika. He's tackled hard. Luka Jones trying to plead his case. It's going to be a free kick for the Trojans right at midfield. They played short. Winman with the service. Trying to find the head of Highfield. Still available as Davis Hallett got knocked down. A little late call there, but a foul is going to be called on Wayzata. Evan Mahan knocking down Magana. Free kick goes to Woodbury. Jesus Magana trying to play it up on the far side. No run there from the Royals. Trojans clear. Magana with the switch over for Jones. An extended possession here for Woodbury in the attacking third. They try to go wide for Xander Anderson, and Lydov forced to play it out.
Well, Woodbury started off with a strange formation there. There were 4 at the back, 4 up front, and then just a midfield that didn't exist.
A couple of substitutions here. Colin Leach, the lengthy defender on that back line, comes in for Wyzetta. Lydov goes out.
Goalkeeper did well again there in traffic, able to pick the ball up and gather it easily.
First time seeing number 14, Idris Moomin, checking into the match for the Royals. Luka Jones comes off. Just about hitting the midway point of this second half. Haven't seen a goal yet in this second half. Still 2 goals from Francois, leading the way for Woodbury. Here's a ball into the 18. Moomin winning a corner kick. 5th corner kick for the Royals. Elijah Fearing in the near corner to take it. Ball comes all the way through. Shot was blocked. It was Xander Anderson off the back of Highfield, and the Trojans get it out of trouble.
It's an interesting corner where they play a diagonal ball to the top of the box, and there were 3 dummies over the top of the ball, and then the third shooter almost got the shot off in time, but the player was able to come out from the Trojans to block it off.
Throw from Olsen, trying to find Mountain. Trojans trying to counter here. They go over the top. Nicely done by Davis Hallett. He gives it up though, Eisinger. Looks to be a little shaken up there as the ball will go out for a Trojans throw, and we'll see Cam Williams come back in. Miles Redmond will come off. Pillar in the middle. The shot from the outside, and Puglisi diving to his left makes the save.
Solid performance from Puglisi.
Anything in particular you want to see Wyzetta do here on the attacking third?
I think it's to have control of the ball. You need a playmaker who can deliver on an ongoing basis rather than just every once in a while. They've sustained the pressure going forward, but the quality of service and also the creation of wide open spaces has not happened.
Here they go. They win another corner kick.
Yep.
I was going to ask you, if they had a better run this time. I mean, they tried to go over the top a couple times previously. I like when they control the central mid and try to attack from the wide areas.
But that's where that extra pass comes. So it gets everything under control.
Eisinger, that one rises high. He got too much of it.
He certainly did. Yeah, it's decision time for Wyzetta here now with 23 minutes left. How are they going to change their formation and how are they going to approach getting a goal back and maintaining an edge?
Colin Leach defending well on Anderson, able to get the throw for the Trojans. You know, Wayzata's defended well, at least in the players you keep an eye on for Woodbury, Xander Anderson and Evan Mountain. It's kind of just been the difference of Sorensen's throws, as you mentioned, Alan, and then an unlikely hero in Olin Francois being the difference.
Yep, he was in the right spot at the right time and finished things off. He was clinical in his approach.
Evan Mahan up from his defensive position to play it. Highfield trying to chip it. Now it's Orlov who's tripped up. Elijah Fearing.
That's going to be a yellow card.
Second yellow we've seen now for Woodbury. One on Tadeo Magana, and now Elijah Fearing will pick a yellow card up. And this is a dangerous spot here. Wayzata with the set piece.
See what firepower they have here from a free kick. Whether they're going to go direct. It's right down the middle of the field, and so there's not much of an angle to be able to get a cross in. So a shot is not the best, not the worst thing, and also following it up with any rebounds.
Yeah, we haven't seen him go direct too much, though. We've seen him kind of chip it in, but this is an opportunity right in the middle of the field, like you said.
But Puglisi's been so thorough that he doesn't give he doesn't give you any inspiration of firing a shot that's coming from 25 yards.
Yeah, Barica sending it over the top and out. And we'll see Miles Redmond come back on. Looks like Campbell Salter will be the one coming off. And just kind of a moment of when we'll see Frazier come back into the match for Eisinger, and that'll put Highfield back up top where you like to see him.
Yeah, I think that would be his best position. But again, that's the coaching decisions that are going through the minds of the coaching staff. Yeah, Dominic Dunas was certainly thinking about what the next strategy is going to be. Can his coaching influence them a little bit to capitalize?
15 minutes remaining here in this second half. Woodbury seeking their first boys championship in soccer, and Wayzata just looking to repeat 5 years ago as they did as the #1 seed. They trail by a goal as the throw comes into Orlov. Orlov watched by Olsen, able to win a corner though for Wayzata. How about the 9th corner kick for the Trojans?
Yeah, they'll send up the big guys now. He's Burica coming in. They can all line up on the central line of the penalty box. And there's
Highfield.
Yeah, just didn't quite get his full momentum behind it. He certainly climbed high enough, but couldn't get his forehead square on the ball.
His height really is a difference maker.
Absolutely.
We'll see a substitution here. Elijah Fearing back into the match after receiving that yellow card. Tadeo Magana in the middle for Francois. Now Jesus Magana trying to switch it.
Yeah, the Magana brothers have done well in midfield. They've attempted to put some passes together and change play, so been quite effective.
Evan Mountain gives it away. Miles Redmond on the near side across midfield now. Trojans into the attacking third. Redmond just too heavy of a touch there as it's going to go out. And now we'll see Frazier come back into the match, Allen. Looks like he's going to replace Evan Mahan, though, so
Could be where they're starting to play 3 at the back.
Yeah.
And push players even further forward now. Highfield certainly looks like he's gone into a more advanced midfield spot, just behind the 2 target players.
Here's a takeaway. Charlie Pillar in the middle for Highfield.
Yep.
Wyzetta will go wide with it. Eisinger, top of the 18. Look at Woodbury surround him and just force him to make a mistake.
Yeah, that final pass just wasn't there for him. He would have had to switch it completely onto the left side of the penalty box to find 2 of his players.
Knocked out of play by Woodbury. Wyzetta throw. Time slowly ticking out here on the Trojans. Only down a goal, looking for an equalizer. They play it in for Orlov. Woodbury, just another nice defensive play, just calm on the back line.
It looks like Wyzetta have now gone to 3 front men, maintaining Highfield in the midfield. But with only 10 minutes and 45 seconds left, you need to start putting some pressure on and change shapes. How can Wyzetta now affect Woodbury and in this final 10 minutes?
Perica giving it away. Jesus Magana up for Olin Francois. Now it's Elijah Fearing trying to switch it. Evan Mountain on the far side. Trying to find the head of Anderson. Just wasn't there for Woodbury on that run.
Yeah, he had no support on that service, and so getting ahead to it was as much as he could possibly do.
Ethan Kinzel will boot it away for the Trojans. A misplayed ball here by Woodbury. Gives it to Orlov. Orlov drawing a lot of attention. They tried to get in for Highfield. Had it lost in his feet and cleared. They tried to find Redmond, headed out by Olsen. Throw comes into Frazier. Jackson Woodman turns it over. Able to win it back, though, for the Trojans. Frazier up for Pillar. Nice move. Good play on the ball by Jesus Magana. Orlov trying to get some space. Olsen will come over to play it out. Wyzetta will have another throw. Headed back by Orlov. It's Leach with it. Orlov trying to go top of the 18 for Pillar. Comes through for Williams. Williams taking off the ball there by Woodbury. Knocked out of play.
You can see both coaching staffs are talking with each other, looking to see what they can do offensively for the next 7 minutes, and then obviously Woodbury with whether they can bolster their defensive qualities.
Orlov's service headed in the middle by Williams, played back out by the Royals. Frazier, a calming sense in the middle, trying to play it outside. Sorensen defending. And a foul is going to give it back to Woodbury.
General play is just getting a little ragged at the moment, and so I think it's the nerves are showing it from both Wayzata looking to get a goal and Woodbury for trying to protect their slim lead.
Here's an opportunity. Wayzata with Highfield in the attacking third. His shot was blocked. Good job there by Isaac Fearing in the middle. Highfield seeking a goal. This one played in the back post, and Barica
couldn't quite get onto the end of it, Barica. That ball was just a straight ball. If it had a little curve on it, it would have gone nicely into his path.
That was a good ball in. Barica, just a center back, though. Doesn't see too many balls that he can head in the back of the net.
Yeah, there was just no shape to it. He drove the ball, and it was on a clothesline. If he was able to cut it a little bit, it would have been an ideal ball in service.
Ball deflected in the middle. Sorensen will just send it deep. Ethan Kinzel almost misplayed it, but able to fall on top of it as Xander Anderson was lurking. Wayzata is going to have to push numbers forward here as we hit the final 5 minutes in regulation. Trojans seeking a goal. Not going to be able to do it here, though, as the Royals will have a free kick.
Yeah, Wayzata were called for a foot just a little too high.
Isaac Fearing into the 18, looking for Xander Anderson. Ethan Kinzel off his line to pick it up. Doesn't look like head coach Dominic Duenas is going to make any changes, so.
Yeah, he's looking very stoic on the line there with his arms crossed.
He's just going to have to hope
somebody pulls something out at the end.
Yeah, his forwards and midfielders start to make a play here. They've had opportunities. Highfield especially, Alan, has been very noticeable in this second half, just hasn't finished.
Well, Highfield is a good player, so you can see the qualities that he brings to the team.
A foul is going to be called here on Wayzata. Free kick, Woodbury. Can't really say enough about Puglisi, though, in net for the Royals, Alan.
Absolutely. He's not put a foot wrong. Shown lots of confidence and got the job done.
5 saves, only 1 goal allowed. It was Orlov.
Yep.
Trojans trying to play one over the top. Woodbury just ready for it. Trying to play it into space. Williams is back defensively. We tick down to 3 minutes remaining. Is a good play on the ball by Elijah Fearing. Wayzata fans not happy with it. Jesus Magana looking to make a run. Frazier helping back defensively.
Well, the Magana brothers have had a great game between them.
Here we go. We'll see
Yep.
Now Evan Mahan back in, Eisinger will come out. So it looks like Mahan, who usually plays the wide back position, has some height like Highfield.
Yeah, they'll push him forward.
Yep. Ball played into the 18. Xander Anderson wanting a foul for a grab behind. Not going to get it as Kinzel's goal kick is away. Hallett with the first contact. Orlov with the second contact. Now it's Evan Mahan. Goes wide to Orlov. Watched here by Sorensen. Trying to get a cross through, and he's going to win a corner kick. Is this the opportunity for Wayzata under 2 minutes to go?
It has to be. This is where they have to capitalize on it.
10th corner kick coming.
Yep.
They play it short. Ball in, punched out, it's available. Barica shoots and he scores! Joe Barica
My goodness.
knots it up at 2.
He just used his instincts there where he was in the right position and he swung that leg and got a great contact on the ball. There's new life into Wayzata. Who would have thought?
It wasn't looking like they were going to get one, but the 10th corner kick sets up Barica in the middle for just his 4th of the year. And we are all tied up. 1:42 to go. Man, it's shaping up to be a great match, Alan.
Oh, it's been a great match, without a doubt. Perhaps a lot of strategies and evening out of each other. Nobody's been able to really do spectacular things in the game, but the little battles that have gone on have been interesting to watch.
It's been, for the most part, a bend but not break defense for Woodbury. They allow a goal here as they were on their heels. Barica. And we'll see in the final 70 seconds if someone can get a late goal, or we might be heading to extra time. Woodbury pushing numbers up here in the final 60 seconds. Olsen will look to switch it. That's Sorensen up on the far side. Sorensen service looking for Anderson. Headed down by Mahan. Still available. Woodbury sends one all the way through. Heavy ball, and Woodbury does a good job keeping it in. It's Elijah Fearing. He lost it out of play. Widman will have a throw. Final 30 seconds in regulation. Head coach Dominic Duenas telling Widman just to slow things down a little bit as they got the late equalizer, and they're just trying to send it to overtime. Evan Mahan with some nice footwork on the near side. Maybe a chance for Wayzata in the final 10 seconds. Charlie Pillar up across midfield. It's Orlov. Final 5 seconds. Orlov with a shot from the outside, and this one curling wide as the final seconds run out. And we are heading to overtime, Allen.
What an incredible goal that we saw there. All effort and will to get to the ball and smash it into the back of the net.
Well, Joe Barica, a third-year center back, delivering for the Trojans, his 4th of the year.
Yep.
And we are heading to overtime. We'll take a short 5-minute break and be back here from US Bank Stadium. You're watching the Class 3A Boys State Championship on NSPN.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Welcome back, everyone, inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Just about ready to start overtime here. Hogan Greenwood along with Alan Merrick. And Alan, it's just shaping up to be an instant classic. Wayzata got a goal from Joe Barica with just 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining to send this one to overtime.
Absolutely. It came out of nowhere. All it was sheer numbers in the penalty box. And a bouncing ball that came out to him, and he just buried it. So it ended up being a great goal for Wayzata. Now you've got to look at what the emotional effect is going to be against Woodbury as to whether that upsets them to the point where they can't cope, or they get angry and look for retribution. We start off here with a corner that's going to be an in-swinger, so you can imagine that Wayzata are on a high at the moment.
11th corner kick of the match coming in, looking for the head of Highfield in the air. Top of the 18 now. Widman with a shot.
Oh.
Got deflected wide. Wayzata wanting a corner kick. It's going to be a goal kick for Puglisi.
Yeah, the deflection came off the Wayzata player, so definitely a goal kick.
Trojans look to play one over the top here. Not available for Orlov as Puglisi off his line to collect. We'll play a 10-minute overtime here. Golden goal. Sudden death. How will Woodbury respond here? They had the lead for most of the match. We're tied for a moment at 1-1, but have led most of the match, and conceding a goal late might deflate them. Who knows what went on in the locker room after the 5-minute break. We'll see how Coach John Engen's team will respond. Woodbury commits the foul. Free kick Trojans. Could be an opportunity for Wayzata.
That burst of energy there from Fraser is what they need. It gets them emotionally in touch with each other. And now they're looking for a service from the left flank to the big guys. They've got everybody coming up. Highfield's there.
Widman's service, looking for the head of Highfield and over the top and out. You called it, Alan.
Yeah, Highfield's there. Leach was in there in the back post. So it's that's where they thrive, on that type of service.
Highfield has not scored yet today, but he's been very impactful. Plenty of opportunities in the second half specifically.
Well, this is where both teams need to call on the big guns, Highfield, Orlov, Pillar, and then for Woodbury, you've got Anderson, Mountain.
Here is Mountain, looking to get free at the top of the 18. Good play by Evan Mahan, who actually checked in late for Wayzata at the end of regulation, which evidently led to the equalizing goal. Cam Williams tried to play it up. Good defensive play by Sorensen. Haven't called his name in a little bit.
Well, this is where we're looking for Sorensen to get a throw in and do his complete a hat trick.
Yeah. By the way, the goal scorers for Woodbury, it's been Olin Francois, who had a pair of goals for the Royals. Unlikely hero for Woodbury. And then for Wayzata, it's Orlov and Barika. As we get a foul on Wayzata.
No, that was an injured player, and just as the referee blew his whistle, he got up and showed no signs of injury, so makes everybody look a little crazy.
So what will we have on the restart? Just
he'll throw it into Woodbury,
and then they'll just play it up.
Yeah, Elijah Fearing has already come off, so.
Luca Jones checked in for Fearing, by the way. Here is the restart. Jesus Magana will play it over for Sorensen.
Here's the throw-in.
Sorensen well marked by Williams, but yep, here is the throw. He's been very impactful. Fearing is going to want to get back into the game immediately.
Yep.
This one a little further out as what we've seen, but still very dangerous.
No, he can get it into the 6-yard box, and so that's exactly where they're looking to get a flick on, redirect it, and see.
There is the flick. It's high in the air, and it just got played out. Still available to Deo Magana. Getting it to Olsen. Redmond coming over to disrupt. And looks like Jackson Widman looking to make a run. Plays it in behind for Orlov. It's Highfield, rather. Puglisi.
Oh, it's an own goal.
It's an own goal as Highfield was running in, and Wayzata bursts into jubilation and celebration in front of their fans. Wow. Heartbreak there for Woodbury as Wayzata is in thrill of victory. Wow.
Not much you could say about that goal. It was like out of nowhere and looked like the Keystone Cops. The aftermath is that you've got all of the Woodbury players sort of crouched down, wondering what just happened to them, and the Wayzata players have already been over to their supporting.
Yeah, look at that, great sportsmanship.
Supporting group.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Puglisi, I mean, he played a great match, and to end on that is very, very tough to swallow. Made the initial save, and like you said, the own goal.
Yeah, I think several of the Woodbury players didn't know that it was a golden goal. they were looking for a restart and getting the ball back, but that was not the case.
Heartbreak for Woodbury, as you can see several players not ready to accept the result.
They've given everything they've got, so...
I mean, it was a great match, kind of not the ending we were expecting, though.
No, it was melodramatic almost, but it was one of those events that you go, I'll remember that for a long time.
Well, Wayzata, they are your 2022 Class 3A Boys State Soccer Champions. They repeat history as the #1 seed, winning it just 5 years ago, and now again here in 2022. The goal scorers Orlov and Barica for the Trojans, and then the own goal gives them the victory in overtime. Alan, any last thoughts here on the match?
No, it's just this is one of those games where everybody will remember it for the rest of their lives. The players playing and participating. Obviously, it's a highlight for both teams. Woodbury will be disappointed in obviously the final moment that an own goal is scored. It's the worst note to finish on, but that's the game. That's why you play until the final whistle. They will learn a lot of information about themselves, their emotions, and their desires. But it's an interesting game. It was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, and it was a pleasure working with you, Alan.
Yeah, no, it's
great match today.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, Hogan Greenwood here, along with Alan Merrick. We'll send it down to the field for awards. Once again, Wayzata, your champions in Class 3A on the boys' side. 3-2 the final score, and the #1 seeded Trojans defeat the Woodbury Royals. We'll send it down to the field. Thank you for joining us here on NSPN. Stay tuned for more state championship soccer as we have Class 2A and Single A coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? At this time, we'd like to present the Wells Fargo All-Tournament team. Chosen by a panel of high school soccer coaches, these student participants have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. And now let's meet the 2022 Class 3A Wells Fargo Boys Soccer All-Tournament team. From Rochester, Mayo, Juan Ibarra. From Rosemount, Domingo de la Cruz. From Edina, Finley Smith. From St. Michael, Albertville, Riley Roberts. From Andover, Carter Eklund. From Andover, Baraka Tarleton. From Maple Grove, Chris France. And from Maple Grove, Aaron Badillo. From Woodbury, Xander Anderson. From Woodbury, Tadeo Maganis. From Woodbury, Olin Francois. From Woodbury, Eddie Puglisi. From Wayzata, Joe Highfield. From Wayzata, Mike Orlov. From Wayzata, Cole Frazier. And from Wayzata, Charlie Pillar. Please join the Minnesota State High School League in congratulating these outstanding student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Class 3A Boys Soccer All-Tournament Team. The Class 3A third place game was played on Wednesday in West St. Paul with Andover defeating Maple Grove by a score of 1-0. The Class 3A fourth place trophy was awarded to Maple Grove High School. Bronze medals in the Class 3A third place trophy were awarded to Andover High School. Congratulations to our Class 3A third and fourth place teams, Andover and Maple Grove, and all of our Class 3A teams for an outstanding state tournament. And now let's meet and congratulate our second and first place tournament winners. Presenting the awards are members of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They are Casey Indra of Winona and May Tao Shuck of Woodbury. They will be assisted by Phil Archer of the Minnesota State High School League Executive Staff. Phil is the director of the state soccer tournament. Silver medals in the Class 3A second place trophy are awarded to Woodbury High School. The silver medals will now be presented to each. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced, starting with number 0, Alex Szymanski. Number 1, Eddie Puglisi. Number 2, Eric Olesen. Number 3, Ian Lockhart. Number 4, Noah Harubi. Number 5, Matthew Benson. Number 6, Zach Sorensen. Number 7, Kevin Joyce. Number 8, Olin Francois. Number 9, Xander Anderson. Number 10, Tadeo Maganis. Number 11, Elijah Fearing. Number 12, Evan Mountain. Number 13, Evan Vang. Number 14, Idris Moomin. Number 15, Luca Jones. Number 17, Isaac Fearing. Number 18, Parker Wenzel. Number 21, Davis Hallett. Number 24, Jesus Magana. Student manager, Brandon McGinnis. Student manager, Will Hauer. Assistant coach, Cephas Dean. Assistant coach, Jeff Seifert. The head coach of the Woodbury Royals, John Engen. And now will the captains of the Woodbury team please come forward to accept the Class 3A second place trophy. Congratulations to Woodbury High School, second place, Class 3A Boys Soccer for 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Minnesota State High School Class 3A Boys Soccer Champion is Wayzata High School. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. The gold medals will now be presented to each team member. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced. Starting with number 0, Caleb Wagner. Number 1, Ethan Kintzel. Number 2, Jeremy Cordero. Number 3, Cam Williams. Number 4, Eddie Ignatius. Number 5, Joe Barica. Number 7, Daniel Leadov. Number 9, Jackson Widman. Number 10, Joe Highfield. Number 11, Tarun Gorapati. Number 12, Lassie Koivukangas. Number 13, Cole Frazier. Number 14, Callum Campbell Salter. Number 15, Colin Leach. Number 16, Charlie Pillar. Number 17, Mike Orlov. Number 18, Miles Redmond. Number 19, Alex Crane. Number 20, Kieran Mahan. Number 21, Miles Ulrich. Number 23, Evan Mahan. Number 26, Ben Eisinger. Student manager, Kate Hudson. Student manager, Brett Rexine. Assistant coach, Ruben Mianis. Assistant coach, Ross Smith. The head coach of the Wayzata Trojans, Dominic Duenas. And now will the captains of the Wayzata team please come forward to accept the Class 3A Championship Trophy. Congratulations to Wayzata High School, state champions, Class 3A Boys Soccer for 2022. Congratulations to an outstanding team. Please join the Minnesota State High School League in congratulating these athletes and their schools for their outstanding participation in this year's state soccer tournament. The award ceremony is now concluded. We thank you for your attention.
NSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota State High School League, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Soccer Tournament. Coverage is made possible by the Urgency Room, fast, flexible care, ETS Performance, elite sports performance training for student athletes. Visit etsportformance.com/NSPN for more information. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage.